Hello everyone, welcome back with another video of Salesforce Geek channel, and in this video we are going to see a scenario whenever we are going to update the fields of a particular record on child object, we need to update the parent object. So it's like update parent based on the change of field values of child. So in this particular scenario, I took two objects, account and risk evaluation. So risk evaluation is a custom object, right? And you can also see the prerequisite on the screen as well, like what are the things that you need to create. In order to explain further, let me show you. We have this risk evaluation object, and here we have 6 fields: compliance check, financial risk is primary, operation stability, regulatory approval, and reputation impact, correct? And last is security assessment. Now the thing is, these are number fields and the value that we can set into them either 1 or 0. So by default the value of these metrics, right, will be 0 and user can change it to 1. Now the thing that I want to let you know, whenever we are going to make change, for example we have all these 6 fields, or let me show you with more visuals. Now let's say here I'm going to create a new record. Now see this. Here first of all we need to type the risk evaluation name, then account, and is primary. Is primary is basically we can have multiple risk evaluation records. So we only need to choose the primary one. Now the thing is, for now you can see all of them are 0, right? Like the default value is 0. For example, I change the regulatory approval to 1, operational stability to 1, compliance check to 1. So now what is the sum of all these 3? The sum is 3. Now, based on the sum, I need to update the account field, and on account, I have one field called risk evaluation. So let me show you. Let's say if I open any of the account and show you the field, see, we have this field called risk evaluation. Now, if I click on edit, so you will see this is a pick list field with the values low, medium, and high. I hope you get it. How we are going to update this risk evaluation? We are going to do it with the sum of those 6 fields. Now, if the sum of those fields belongs to 0 to 2, the risk is low. If the sum of those fields belongs to 3 to 4, the risk is medium. And if it is beyond that, let's say 5 to 6, it is high. In the case where I say like, okay, we are going to update the 3 values, right, on the risk evaluation object. That means the sum is 3, right? So 3 belongs to medium category. So that's what we need to do. For example, right now we have a record on this account object and we are going to update that record. We don't have the automation to automatically do that. And that's what we need to build today. So without any delay, let's check it out how we can achieve this particular scenario. Here I'm going to simply navigate to my flow. I'm going to use this extension. This is like really great. It saves a lot of time of mine, and this is created by one of the very known YouTuber, Salesforce True, right? So make sure you check it out, this extension, and the extension name is sf-quicklinks. So this is a really good one. Now here I'm going to build a new flow. Obviously, this is going to be a record triggered flow because based on the changes of one record, we are going to update the other records, right? So here I'm going to start from scratch, click next, and here I'm going to click on record triggered flow. Let's click on create. And first of all, we need to identify on which object we are going to write the trigger, or let's say write the flow. So it is going to be on the risk evaluation object because that's the object that is triggering the condition. So here I'm going to type risk evaluation if our record is created or updated, right? And here I'm going to type condition end, and let's say here I'm going to type is primary equals true. Then all the fields that we have, let's say compliance check, financial risk, operation stability, regulatory approval, reputation impact, and the last one is security assessment, right? Here I'm going to type is changed because if any of the field got impacted or let's say changed, or some of these fields is going to be changed, isn't it? So that's why I'm doing that. Now you will be like, is primary is also required. That's why I added that condition. So we need to use custom logic here, and that's going to be one end, and inside these 6 conditions we need to mark it as or, because if any of the condition got met, we need to evaluate our sum of these fields. I hope you get it right. So that's what I am doing right now. So that's it. As you can see, we use is changed. So there is a concept that I want to teach you that I am doing wrong here. So I will let you know in the upcoming minutes. So first of all, once we moved into this, what exactly I am going to do? So yeah. So first of all, let's create a formula to basically calculate the sum of all these 6 fields. So here I am going to create a formula. Let's say sum of risk evaluation. Data type is going to be number. Decimal place is 0. And here I am going to type record dot the 6 fields that we have. Let's say compliance check plus record dot financial risk, record dot operation stability plus operational stability, and the last one we have, sorry, not last one, the second last, regulatory approval, and now we have the last one, record dot security assessment. So now let me just click on checks in text. So it is working fine. Let me click on done. So now based on the sum, what exactly I am going to do, I am going to use decision, right? Let's say check for sum, and now I am going to use label 0 to 2, add outcome, let's say 2 to 4, and now the default outcome will be 5 to 6. Right, now in 0 to 2 I am going to add, let's say sum of risk evaluation is greater than equal 0, and sum of risk evaluation greater than less than or equal 2. I hope you get it. Now similarly we need to do into 2 to 4, check of risk evaluation greater than or equals 4, sum of risk evaluation less than or equal, so 2, and here we need to type 4. So this now evaluates 2 to 4. That's fine. And now the default one will be automatically calculated. Now based on this, we need to update the account. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do update record element, update account, right? And that update related record to risk evaluation record that triggers the flow. So let's say here you can see, and here I can choose account. Yeah, right. And here we need to update the field, that is risk evaluation is basically if it is 0 to 2, then it is low, right? And similarly, I'm going to copy this, paste it here, and paste it here. Right. Let me just set the priority to medium, and here high. Right. So this is one of the approach of doing this flow. From a beginner perspective, who is going to watch this video should know all the techniques that we are doing. And most of the time, the beginner going to do the same approach that I did right here. So for example, I'm going to save my flow, calculate risk evaluation based on sum. So based on sum is like we can ignore, and make sure you always provide description. Every single time I suggest the users to provide descriptions wherever they see. The reason being, I did not provide any description because the video will be stretched for too long, and that's why I don't want to do that. But make sure whenever you are working in your sandbox and in production, whenever you see the description, and if it is not populated in production, make sure you update that, and always build in sandbox. Yeah. So I just want to save this flow. So now my flow is saved. I am going to activate it. Now you will see if I move to account, here I am going to into related, and here you can see the risk evaluation. So I'm going to create a new risk evaluation over there, and let's say Shubham Ari. All right. So here I'm going to set it as primary, and let's say I'm going to set it as 1, 1, and 1. So the sum is 3, right? So we need to be sure, like, okay, the value that is populated should be medium over there. Let me click on save. Now let's click on details and refresh the screen. And yeah, so right now you can see it is low. And the reason being the flow is not working. Let me show you. Let me just click on debug. I'm going to run it immediately and on created, right? Now, based on the risk evaluation record, I'm going to select the uh, record over there and going to hit run. Now it is moving to 0 to 2 category. Now, why? Let's check. So first of all, I am going to debug my flow. So everything is fine. We have risk evaluation record. Now we check 1 and 2 or 3 or 4. So obviously is null false. Check sum. So sum of risk evaluation is 2 greater than or equal 0. 2 equals 2, then strange. Let me just check the risk evaluation record over there. So the risk evaluation record is 3, not 2. So why it is taking as 2? Something is wrong with our flow, so we just need to debug that. So as you can see, we are getting 2 in the formula of calculation. So I'm going to check this sum of risk evaluation. Okay, compliance check, financial risk, operational stability. Got it. So see, operational stability is copied twice over there. So that means we missed one important parameter or metric, that is basically calculating the sum of all these 6 fields. Now, I did not do it purposely, right? Like that I want to teach you. But the thing is, I also made this mistake, and that's fine. So the thing that I want to teach you from here, it's absolutely fine. While you are building things, you are going to build it in a wrong way, but the thing is you should be able to debug it. So how I debug it in this way, I basically check the debug logs, I see what result they are giving to us, right? Now the thing is, we rectified it, we identify the root cause. So let me just change it, and I need to check which field I am missing. So let me just type record here, and let's see, compliance check is there, financial risk is there, operation stability, regulatory approval, security assessment, reputation impact is missing. Let me just click on done, save as new version. There are still a lot of things that we need to improve in this flow, but first of all, let's see whether it is working or not. So see, whenever I build things, right, my first aim is to get it to work. Like, okay, my automation is working. Now the second approach that I do is like, okay, now I need to improve it. What are the things that I'm doing wrong currently? I need to improve those. What are the missing things that I'm doing right now? We need to improve those. So it's like a continuous iteration of improvement to build a like seem to be perfect solution. So what exactly I'm going to do now? I simply going to activate it. And as you know that our flow is on create and update, so it will work over there as well. So here I'm going to move into details and update it to one more. So now the sum is 4. Let me click on save. Now go to account and see the risk evaluation. So now it is working fine. It is medium. Now let me try on another account just for the sake of testing. Alright, let's say I'm going to add Man Garage. Here I'm going to build a new risk evaluation record on this different account. RE. Here I'm going to add 1, 1, 1, 1, and let's say 1. So this is going to be risky, right? Let me just click on save. Let's go to details, and here you can see risk evaluation is high. So I hope you get it. So everything is working fine. Now the thing that I want to let you know, like how you can basically improve this flow. So we are basically using three update record elements right now. So, but what if I tell you we can improve this? Like how we can improve this? First of all, let's say I am going to build a new resource that is going to be a variable. Let's say account, type going to be record, object is going to be account, right? And I'm going to simply select, click on done. Now, once this is done, I'm going to use a assignment, and in assignment, let's say assign account value to low. Now, first of all, we created a account variable, but we need to tell this particular variable like, okay, this is already like we already have an account, so this is the ID of that account that you need to update. So here I'm going to type account dot ID equals, that is coming from the triggering record, that's going to be risk evaluation dot account ID, right? We need to assign the value, that is risk evaluation equals low. So I hope you get it what exactly I did over there, right? So these are the two values that I populated, because whenever we are going to update the record, we need the ID of that particular record that need to be updated. So simply what exactly I will do from here, I will simply cut this update account and paste it after this element, like the decision element. Because if it is satisfying the criteria of sum 0 to 2, it will move to this assignment. Then I will simply copy this assignment and paste it here, paste it here. I will simply delete these elements, and I will correct these. Okay. And now I need to change the value to medium. And similarly into this one, got it, and the value is high. Now we are getting error into the second assignment. So got it, right? So everything is done. We change this, and because the ID is going to be same for all of the cases, that's why I added over there. Now we need to configure our update record element, and here you can see use the ID and all field value from a record or record collection. So I will simply select this, and I will provide the account variable to update here. So see, now I am utilizing only a single update record element, although when we use three update record element, right, only a single one is going to work. But this is like more refined approach, that I must say. And now I'm going to click on save as new version. Let's say click on save, and let's activate. So now this is the version that is activated, right? Now let's check whether it is working fine or not. Let's move to related, and we already have an account of risk evaluation. So let me just type 0 over here. The thing is, if it is 4, so priority should change to medium. Save. Now let's look for account, and the risk evaluation should be medium. So see, this is working as expected, right? And let me check another thing. So let's say if I add one more record here and that is not primary, so I just want to see whether it is going to reflect onto that record, like whether it is working fine or not. So let me just create a new risk evaluation record over there, RE2, let's say 1 1 1. So the sum is 3, so it belongs to medium, so let's say keep it 0. So now it is low. Let me save it. So if you check, if I go to details, you will see it is still medium, and the reason being because the second record is primary. I hope you get it. So that's what our flow is working as expected, right? So basically you can build your own scenarios. Now the purpose of this video is to teach you the concept of updating parent from the child field values, and that's how you can do that. So let me know what are your thoughts on it, and we can also further categorize, or you can say we can also build this flow using one more thing. And onto that one, we just need to use the update account over there. And how we can do that? Using the formula. But I want to give that task to you guys. Build a formula, right? And check over there, like if the score is 0 to 2, the value of that particular variable should be low. If 2 to 4, it should be medium, and 5 to 6, it should be high. So by doing that, if we have a formula to update the field on account, we are not going to use assignments in that case. But obviously, if you are using formula, maybe the performance of the flow is not that up to the mark by comparing these three specific use cases. So it's like doing a particular problem. We have three approach. First, we are only using the update record elements, right? The second, we are doing it with one update and three assignment element. And the third approach is using a formula resource. If you are using that formula resource to basically evaluate the account risk evaluation field, in that case, we don't even need anything like check for these three assignment. It's just we only need the update account over there. So that task is for you. And if you're not able to do that, maybe in future I will create a video on it. So for now, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you find this video useful, make sure you subscribe the channel for more such videos.